Rose. Welcome to the Money School. This month of April has been a whirlwind of emotions for my family, as many people close to our hearts tested positive for COVID-19. Because my dad is a doctor, a lot of people whose loved ones got sick have been messaging me asking for advice and help regarding how to care for their sick and when to bring them to the hospital. Like my previous video on COVID-19, I will not focus on the medical aspect of dealing with the virus. If you or someone you know is currently experiencing related symptoms, please schedule a teleconsult with a doctor. In this video, I would like to focus on the financial aspect of COVID-19 hitting your household, specifically through my own experience coordinating for relatives and friends who have been struck by the virus, and through the experiences of people in my larger circle. I now have a good idea of the expenses involved in caring for someone with COVID-19. One very important thing I learned from the past month is that you need to be liquid enough to be ready for medical emergencies. What does this mean? You need to have immediate access to cash and cash equivalents, such as savings or current accounts, to be able to give timely medical attention to those in your household should they get infected with the virus. It is not enough to have a credit line available through your credit cards. Why? Some expenses can only be settled via cash or bank transfer, such as oxygen tank rentals and refills, and some ambulance and hospital services. In case someone in your household gets infected with COVID-19, do you know how much cash you will need to shell out for that person's treatment and recovery? I made a table of estimated expenses for a mild COVID-19 case requiring only 2 weeks of home care. This table assumes that the patient would need just the basic medicines, vitamins, healthy snacks, and temperature and oxygen monitoring. The minimum that you would need to shell out would be around 3,200 pesos, and it could go up to around 22,450 pesos, depending on the brands you would get. What if the case is moderate COVID-19 that will require oxygen support at home, blood tests, antibiotics, and eventually hospital admission? I made another table estimating costs of home care until hospital entry. I did not include hospital costs because these will vary greatly depending on the hospital and severity of the case. But hospital costs have reportedly reached millions for prolonged stays. My table only covers home care, transport to the hospital, and hospital deposit if required. According to my estimates, you will need at least 15,200 pesos for a moderate COVID-19 case. And this number can go up to as much as over 150,000 pesos. And this amount is the amount you could spend just getting your loved one admitted in the hospital. So to summarize, excluding doctor's fees and hospital bills, my estimated costs are 3,200 pesos on the lower end to up to 22,450 pesos on the higher end for mild COVID-19 cases. And for moderate cases, a minimum of around 15,200 pesos to up to 151,450 pesos. These figures are of course just estimates. Your own actual needs may be lower or higher, but it's good to have a general idea of how much we need to prepare. Keep in mind that these figures need to be prepared in cash. This medical emergency fund needs to be immediately accessible. At the very least, be ready with 3,000 pesos per household member. To be especially prudent, 150,000 pesos in cash per family member should be readily available. It is an especially difficult time for us all, physically and mentally. Let us prepare financially so that we can be ready to give the best timely care to our family should we need to do so. The highest form of protection is still doing our best to avoid getting infected. As much as possible, let's just stay at home so that we can avoid getting COVID-19. Here's to hoping our country can speed up its vaccination program so that we have a better chance at containing this outbreak. So I hope that this video helped you guys see the importance of having a medical emergency cash fund, especially during this pandemic. Please like this video and subscribe to The Money School. Let's learn more about money. Thanks for watching!